Hi guys, welcome to Bad International. And today we'll be talking about the different types of firearms. The pistol, the submachine gun, the rifle, and the shotgun. Let's start off with the pistol. This one in particular is the Grey Ghost GP17. This is made by Grey Ghost Precision. It's based off the Glock 17 platform and it's chambered in 9mm. These four right here are the submachine guns. These four are chambered in 9mm. We'll go into further detail about them later. But for now, let's skip over to the rifles. Today's rifles, we have the AR platform. Now, what is the AR platform? Well, it's a rifle made by Eugene Stoner. It's his design. It could be chambered in various different calibers. All right, this one in particular, the CMMG Banshee 200, is chambered in 45 ACP. Now, the AR-15 has your traditional AR-15 safety selector, the trigger, and the magazine release on the right side. Also on the right side is the ejection port. This one's the AR-9. This one is similar to the Banshee, except this one's chambered in 9mm. This one uses Glock magazines, particularly double stack 9mm Glock magazines. So you could use Glock 17, Glock 19, or Glock 26 magazines in this particular rifle. These two rifles right here are your more traditional AR-15s. These are chambered in 5.56 by 45. Now there's been a misconception here in the Philippines that civilians can't own 5.56 or 7.62 caliber rifles. It's actually allowed by law. Civilian ownership for these rifles are regulated under RA 10591. As long as your rifle is semi-auto, it's legal for you to own. This one is a Daniel Defense MK18. The Daniel Defense MK18 has a barrel length of 10.3 inches. It differentiates it from this particular rifle since this one has the 14.5 inch barrel. This one right next to the Daniel Defense is a rifle from UDMC. It's the UDMC S5 DGIS. Now, it's your traditional AR-15 rifle that's made here in the Philippines. So, support and buy local, guys. This one has 14.5 barrel length and it uses 5.56 by 45. It can also fire .223 Remington. The next firearm type that we have is the shotgun. Now, while this might look like an AR rifle, it is in fact a shotgun. It's a magazine-fed shotgun. This is essentially an AR rifle that's chambered in 12 gauge ammunition. It has the traditional AR controls, the safety selector, the trigger, the bolt release, and the magazine release button. The only thing that differentiates it from these other AR-15s is the charging handle. It uses the traditional semi-auto shotgun charging handle. This next AR that we have here is the AR-10. Now this AR-10 is chambered in .308 Winchester. If it's chambered in .308 Winchester, it means you could use 7.62 by 51 ammunition as well. Now, the AR-10 has the same AR controls, the safety selector, the bolt catch and bolt release, the trigger, and the magazine release button. The ejection port is also on the right side for right-handed shooters. Okay guys, back to the submachine guns. We'll be talking more in detail about these four submachine guns that we have here. Now these ones in particular are chambered in 9mm. We have the Chris Vector, made famous in various forms of video game, such as Call of Duty and PUBG. And then we also have another video game famous submachine gun right here, the CZ Scorpion. All right, the CZ Scorpion is also chambered in 9mm, very similar to the Vector and all these other submachine guns. This next firearm that we have right here is the Brugger & Thommet APC-9. It's chambered in 9mm, and this right here is very fucking expensive. This one in particular uses AR controls. You got the AR-15 grip, you got the AR trigger, ambidextrous magazine release, the bolt catch and bolt release button, and then your ambidextrous safety on either side. If you're familiar with AR-15s, you'd be able to pick this gun up and use it effectively right away. The next submachine gun that we have here is the BNT TP9. The TP9 is what you would call the modern day Uzi. It's very similar to the very famous Israeli made Uzi, except this one is made of polymer and it's made in Switzerland. The TP9 in particular, it has the AR-15 safety selector going for it. Put it on safe or put it on fire, but it also has a safety on the trigger. Similar to a Glock, it has a push safety right on the trigger. Now, what makes submachine guns different? Well, they're basically rifles that you could fire folded. That's the thing with submachine guns, they're very compact. Another differentiating factor between submachine guns and rifles is that they use pistol caliber bullets. 9mm, 45 ACP, submachine guns use those. Go into detail with the Chris Vector. The Chris Vector uses 9mm double stack Glock magazines, but unlike the AR-9, you can only use Glock 17 mags from it. Now, the Chris Vector right here is very special. Unlike most guns where you have direct blowback on the bolt, you have a different action happening on the bolt. And then let me take this out first. To take down a Vector, you just need to push these pins out. There are 4 pins that you need to remove in order to take apart a Vector. Once you have it down, it's simply removing the pin and then disattaching the lower from the upper. The main firearm component of a Vector is its lower. Unlike AR-15s, where their main firearm component is the upper. Here in the Vector, in the lower you can find the barrel and the bolt. Unlike AR-15s, where you find the barrel and the bolt on the upper, it's on the lower for the Vector. In order to take apart the bolt, you just remove this pin, and it should come right out. And as you can see, the bolt, instead of going front and back, goes from the front downwards in a vector motion. Hence the name. Alright guys, that's a brief overview of the various different firearm types. We hope that you liked our video. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and like our Facebook page. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. Stay tuned for future videos because we'd be going into further detail in each of these guns. And we hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.